The chief ore of iron is hematite. Other ores of iron are magnetite and siderite. These ores of iron contain silica and aluminium oxide as impurities.
Today we examine how iron is extracted. Iron is one of the most abundant minerals used by mankind on Earth. Our daily transport modes, buildings, and even utensils depend on this important mineral. This makes iron metal one of the must-have elements in the world.
The blast furnace is about 30 meters high. It is made of steel and the inner side is lined with bricks made from magnesium oxide. The fire bricks conserve heat energy in order to maintain the optimum temperature needed for the reduction of iron 3 oxide.
Let us have a look at what happened at the different parts of the blast furnace during the extraction process.
Hematite, an ore of iron, is mined as iron 3 oxide. The iron 3 oxide obtained is then ground into a powder and mixed with limestone and coke. The mixture of iron 3 oxide, limestone, and coke is then fed into a blast furnace from the top.
Coke, a form of carbon, produces a lot of heat energy for the furnace.
Reactions in the upper parts of the furnace.
The iron ore is in form of small pellets, which increases the surface area of conduct between the reactants. It is reduced by carbon and carbon 2 oxide to produce iron. This process is called chemical reduction. At the middle of the hearth, carbon 4 oxide is reduced by carbon to carbon 2 oxide, a reducing agent.
In this area the coke burns, producing heat and hot gases including carbon 2 oxide and carbon 4 oxide.
At the bottom parts of the blast furnace the following happens. The high temperature in this zone melts the iron, which begins to fall to the bottom of the furnace as drops.
The limestone fed into the furnace alongside coke and iron oxide is decomposed by heat in the furnace to form calcium oxide and carbon 4 oxide. Calcium oxide being basic reacts with the acidic silica and amphoteric aluminium oxide in the furnace to form slag. The iron obtained from the blast furnace is 90 to 95% pure and it is called pig iron.
Tuyères located around the hearth in a blast furnace are equipped with special metal pipes that inject blasts of hot air into the furnace.
Coke powders are usually injected to improve combustion.
A bustle pipe encircles the furnace near the bottom. It feeds hot blasts of air to the tuyères.
Waste gases escape via the gas outlets at the top of the furnace.
The waste gases produced are carbon 4 oxide and carbon 2 oxide. These gases are recycled to minimize costs and also reduce pollution. These gases are also used to turn turbines to generate electricity and also to preheat the incoming gases. This lowers the cost of production.
The large volumes of air are generated from the turbo blower and flow up to the stoves.
Air is heated by stoves and directed to the blast furnace as blasts of hot air. The hot air is conveyed via the large main pipes.
To recap, the chief ore of iron is hematite. A mixture of the ore, limestone and carbon is fed into the blast furnace. Carbon burns to provide heat for the reaction. In the furnace, the ore is reduced to form iron metal. Carbon 4 oxide and carbon 2 oxide are produced as waste gases. These gases are recycled to reduce pollution and cut on costs.
Iron is used to make gates, drainage pipes, engine blocks, iron boxes, iron sheets, and bridges, among other uses. Iron is also used to make steel.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel.